Thank you. My name is Aram, and welcome to Rivals of Waterdeep. Now, you're all here for a loan, so please take your seats, Mert is just arriving now. Mert, thank you. Thank you for gracing us. May I introduce everyone, please?
Absolutely.
The Tiefling Warlock, Shaka. The Elven Sorcerer, Rin. The Elven Ranger, Ashburn. The Halfling Bard, Perrin. The Human Paladin, Celise. And the Half-Orc Fighter, Knock Knock.
Who's there?
Oh, my lord. So, as I understand it, the lot of you are looking for some gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the folks over at the Blackstaff Tower have a scroll, and they can't decipher the thing. They need a little help. I mean, who'd imagine a whole tower full of wizards and they don't have a brain among them? So I'm going to tell you that they're looking for somebody special to come and help them decipher the scroll. And this is a quiet, not everybody's getting this opportunity. So I want to tell you also that whoever comes has to be serious about what they're doing because they understand a lot of money is at stake. So they require 100,000 gold piece fee just to have a look at the scroll. But of course, they'll share all the information with you, and then you'll have one step further to the prize you're looking for. Now, it just so happens 100,000 gold pieces is a paltry sum to me. So, I'd be more than happy to loan you that money at a fair rate of about 50%.
Guys, we are in luck here.
Seems like a bargain.
This guy's got a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's poultry.
True.
50%. 50%. That's like the highest we can get.
Where
You stands for perfectly unreasonable right now.
Well,
50% is just absolutely ridiculous.
if you have some collateral that I can take from you at the moment, I'd be happy to negotiate that rate.
Would you take this?
What? No, it's my hand.
But I love gold and I love money.
You can. It's attached.
Hand away.
Fine.
What kind of collateral would you want?
I don't know. What have you got? I'm looking around and I don't see any magic items showing. Have you got anything of that sort?
Oh. Yeah.
If I give you my magic item, I kind of die.
Well, that's unfortunate for you.
Can I roll an insight to see like what type of sense I'm getting
100%.
from like this guy? Is he on the up and up or?
100%.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's a 4.
For all you can tell, I mean, you know, maybe a little bit of arrogance, right?
Yeah.
But otherwise than that, completely honest with you.
Guys, this guy is on the up and up.
We may have to do it. I do like me some gold.
50%.
Money.
That's 200,000 gold.
Hey, I'm just talking about
I'm sorry, you're not the only person here. That is not just.
True. I'm a little selfish sometimes. I'm sorry.
A little.
Normally, 50% goes way against the calculations that I normally predict for success. In this case, unless we can procure something magical, I might have to go against my better judgment and recommend that we take it.
Well, does it have to be magical? Could it be sentimental? For me?
I can't sell your sentiment to anyone, so I'm afraid that won't do.
Okay.
Emotions are magical, though. They
That's
are
true.
magical.
Emotions are for the weak.
Yeah, like every day of the week.
You guys got anything?
Can I roll suggestion to get him to probably lower his...
Are you trying to cast a spell on him?
Yes.
Ooh, you can try. Here you go. What's his? No. What is your save? What is your spell save DC?
Is 13.
Okay, go ahead. Well, Mert rolled a natural 1, so.
So you're in luck today. I like the look of you. So today I'm gonna do you a favor and I'm gonna lower it to 25%.
Even better.
That's half.
I'm sorry, but I can't go much lower than that.
25 is just.
I've got an empire to run here. It's serious.
That works for me.
I think we've pressed our luck, and we should take advantage of the opportunity.
PU strikes again.
Everyone happy?
Certainly do.
Excellent. Then, sir, I believe that we'll take
All
care of
righty.
everything.
Somebody will be along shortly with the money. As you can see, I'm not keying it on myself at the moment.
Very smart.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good evening. All right, so you all pack up and head out of Mert's study. Where are you going? To collect this, you go right to Blackstaff Tower if you want. That's where you would hand off the money that arrives in like a big chest, and it's got Mert's monogram on it, and it's like little velvet bags, and they've got Mert's monogram on them as well. It's all like, the bags and box are probably worth like a tenth of what he gave you, right? So you all go walking out with it, and what is the goal? What do you do next?
Well, I think my luck is working pretty well, so PU is all about games of chance. So
That's a good call.
I do.
Yeah.
Push
I
your
do
luck,
some of my
PU.
best work in taverns.
Oh, I want a drink.
Yes.
Love to have a drink.
So let's get a drink.
Absolutely.
Let's
There's
celebrate.
Many taverns in town. There's one on the way. Let's say the Raven's Claw is on the way. It's a two-story kind of deal where there's rooms. So when you walk in, it's just one open chamber, and the rooms all face the inside with railings around the side. And there's a bar in the center, in the middle. Kind of empty right now, so it's really just you guys in the center having a drink. Barkeep walks up, nods, doesn't say anything, points to some of the drinks, and then points to you. And there's all the drinks are like in little wooden letters on the wall.
Knock knock goes up to the counter and he like looks behind. He's like, 6 meads, please. What do you guys want?
I'll take it.
Starts lighting up meats, just one tankard after the next, leaves a little half a keg.
Guys, I suggest a toast.
Yeah, to PU.
Yes.
Yes.
Or to all of us. I feel like we all had a good run inside there. What was that guy's name, Smurf?
Mert.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Mert.
Yeah. Guys, this can change our entire lives.
Yeah, if all that money, I can get my mentor out of jail.
What's he in for? That's really
What?
strange. What's he in for?
I mean, stuff.
Okay, I'm not gonna pry. I'm not gonna pry.
Okay, well, I have an idea. Barkeeps usually have the best gossip. They hear from people all over the town. I'm going to approach the barkeep with a portion of the money that I have in my pouch, slip him a little bit under the table,
Yeah,
ask him what he knows about these wizards.
I like it.
And that's what we're going to do.
Excellent. So you walk up. What do you say?
Okay, so I have like my hand kind of covered, and I say, hey, barkeep,
And she kind of looks over at you. Yeah?
I have a question I need to ask.
Ask away.
Slide over like this.
Is the question whether or not I take money? Because the answer is yes.
I figured. Do you know anything about a scroll by some wizards that needs to be deciphered?
And she kind of leans back and she looks around real carefully. And she kind of leans back in. No.
Well, I assumed that you took the gold, that you had some information
The gift.
for.
The gift you gave me. I did indeed take it. I can tell you something else. I know nothing about a scroll. What else would you like to know?
Are you hitting on me, barkeep?
Oh, I'm just being friendly. I'm just talking.
Okay. What kind of characters have you seen in the bar lately?
Well, besides you all, there's always characters in Waterdeep. However, there were a couple wizards in a couple days ago. May have mentioned something about the scroll, not really sure. Could have heard the word a couple times.
Okay, so I get another piece of gold, slide it over, and say,
You sure you want to do that?
You're gonna get broke.
does this jog your memory?
A scroll. Yes, a scroll, the thing they write on with paper. Of course. Yes, they were talking about how a scroll had some information about a great treasure and that it was very, very dangerous. Very
How
dangerous indeed.
How dangerous?
Dangerous enough that 3 wizards were nervous.
But they're wizards.
That's true, they're all afraid of everything, aren't they? Well, these particular ones did look seasoned, but they said that the treasure was large. 1 million dragons.
We have to go for that. I just saw that from here, and it's just shining right in front of me. I love the gold. We have to do it, you guys.
Wait. Are we going to go somewhere where 3 wizards said no?
Oh,
They're wizards, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
There were 3 drunk wizards.
They were
They were well
They were
seasoned.
tipsy. Yes, and there are many more wizards in Blackstaff Tower. They were but 3, and they could not figure it out. Quite perplexed they were.
We're smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally
Most
smart.
of the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
It would only be just to take this mission.
I would like to go for it.
Never let anyone say that Perrin Underbone would not go with the rest of his companions.
Okay.
So let's be gone.
All set?
All right.
Everyone all set?
Yeah, Knock Knock starts finishing like everyone else's drink.
Knocks them back?
Hey, that's
What? You don't want to waste this.
Who said anything about wasting my drink? I'm a paladin. I'm not dead.
Okay. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to judge. Okay. I'm trying to help our barkeep out.
You helped me
The less
greatly,
work.
and that will be 3 gold.
Wait, what?
That'll be 3 gold.
What's gold?
A gold for your drinks.
No, thank you.
Let's go, guys. Don't think you understand. I gave you drinks, and now you give me gold.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Guys, do we have gold?
I have one. I'll share one with you.
There we go.
Share gold.
Thank you.
We have to keep going.
Here, I pay for it.
Ah, wonderful. Gold from the church is always appreciated.
May tears smile upon you.
Thank you. And have a nice evening. So you all head out? All right, it is a cool and clear night. The moon is high in the sky, and it just feels energizing. You all feel good. You feel like the possibilities are endless as you make your way over to the tower. I would like perception rolls. Who's got over 15?
I do.
I do
Yep.
too.
Excellent. Good. Okay. You, as you're all walking and talking, kind of thinking about all the possibilities of the future, this huge amount of gold you may have, and what you have to do to finish this riddle, you feel a hand along your side as you're moving through the crowd and look down just in time to see a little boy who has snatched one of your little golden trinkets you keep on your belt and is running down a side alley.
Hey, come back here with that.
Roll a reflex save.
All right. 13. Reflex save.
Would be your dex. Right there.
Oh, wait. Yeah. 13. 16.
Yep, you caught him by the wrist just as he was about to dive down that alley. A little urchin boy, clearly poor, so sorry, mister, you dropped it and I picked it up and it was there and I'm really sorry.
You shouldn't be doing that. You don't know who I am.
I shouldn't be helping people. I shouldn't be helping people reclaim their belongings.
Are you lying to me?
No, of course not. I'm a small boy. I found it on the ground.
Rin, he is a small boy. They don't lie.
I'm a small boy. We never lie.
I don't know anybody like that because I've never had friends, so I can't trust that.
I just find elves so. You never had friends.
No.
I've had friends. I'm like 7.
You don't have friends because you like gold too much.
I'm a little greedy guy. I'm sorry.
Haven't you been alive for 114 years or something? How have you never made a friend?
I mean, I grew up and knew stuff. You know?
Well, I'm sorry.
We are friends.
We're friends.
Yeah, we're
I have a
friends.
question for the boy.
Okay.
How well do you know these streets?
Really well. I live in them, so I know them pretty well.
Do you know any like underground shortcuts?
Oh yeah, lots of them.
Can you show us?
Yeah, they smell.
Yeah, that's fair.
You want to go underground?
Yeah, let's go underground.
Okay. And like he leads you around to one of the back alleys, and there's one of the open, low sewer grates, but it's like 4 feet. You're gonna have to like crunch down to climb in this thing. You're gonna have to.
Guys, we are very trusting.
You all do know this is how people get murdered, right?
What?
But that's why you're here to protect us.
Yeah, you're protecting us.
Yeah.
In our completely unnecessary quest underground. All right.
Well, I can go. I'm a halfling, so.
Yeah.
You don't even need to bend down.
Yeah, so me and the child will go downtown.
Wait, why?
Let's all
I'm not
go.
going. It's dark in there. Are you crazy? No.
Oh, well then,
Well, so I'm not
Yes.
with you. I'm looking to leave now.
I guess I'll go alone. Does anyone want to
I
come?
thought you knew the tunnels.
I know the
just know
tunnels,
how
but I
to
don't want
get
to go in them. I'm aware of them. I'm aware of lots of things. I know what a cliff is. I'm not going to go over it.
Smart kid.
Thank you. You all done? We done here?
This kid's he's like wrapping up our conference right now. he's like, oh, time to break.
Look, I got things to do. I'm busy.
What you got to do?
I got things to do, and I got to be home.
You're 7.
I know,
Wait,
but I have
hold on, you
responsibilities.
lied.
You said you lived in the streets. But
Well,
you
I
have to
mean,
be home.
well, you
that's
know,
true.
Well, I'm from the streets. I have a home now. You know, with a nice bed. Anyways, I gotta go see her. He goes running off.
Well,
Would this be a faster way to the
Not
tower?
at all. Not even. Like, it's like 3 rights and a left, and you have to surface, then circle back around through the park before even at the tower. There's absolutely no reason for you to do
Let's
this.
not.
Never mind.
Excellent. 2 blocks away to the right, there the entire time as you all look up is the tower. So you're just gonna walk up to
Yes.
the front
Let's
doors?
go to
All
the
right.
tower.
Let's
Front
go
along.
tour of the
So
tower.
there's a ringed wall around it, all very tall. All the marble is like this black obsidian. It's all cut perfectly. All the seams are done. Everything's polished. Like this is always kept up, or perhaps magically kept up. You walk to the front, and there are 2 guards in all black, very stoically with hand axes. I'm sorry, with halberds.
Hi.
Hello.
We're here to enter.
Good one. That was good.
Are
You sounded so official.
Yeah,
You expected?
yes, they knew we're coming.
They.
Yes, the three before us.
I kind of look at each other. One more. Names, please. Names.
My name's Knock Knock.
And your group?
Knock Knock's Avengers.
Knock Knock and Knock Knock's Avengers. Okay, hang on.
We're cool with that, right?
Perfect. Yeah.
They're like going over sheets and sheets of papers. Knock, 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 knock.
Who's
knock,
there?
knock,
Who's there?
knock,
Who's there? Who's
knock,
there?
knock,
Who's
knock.
there?
One moment, sir.
Okay.
Knock, knock.
This guy's riling me up on purpose. I feel like, right?
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Freak and the other freaks. Okay,
That
excellent.
that's no.
Opens up the gate and just like kind of swing, like basically just waves his hand and the gates silently swing open. And a little bit of glow now is coming out of the road as you walk over, so it's illuminating your path as you walk up to these main huge doors that just as you get to them, part open. And you step into the bottom floor of the tower. Gigantic, open, circular room, and at the front of it is a wizard. Greetings.
Greetings and salutations.
What's
Yes.
up?
Hello. Your name was Knock Knock.
Who's there?
Ah, yes, charming.
Thank you.
Now, who are your friends? Can please have seats? And there's like a big, huge cushioned couch right in the middle. Please, have seats.
Okay.
I would like to
May I have a seat that I can actually sit in?
Oh,
without
I'm
dangling
so
my
sorry.
feet out?
Takes a pillow, puts it on the ground. There you go.
Thank you.
May I see the money?
Who has the money?
May we see the scroll?
Oh, that's pretty good too.
Fair. And like waves his hand. In the middle of the room, it kind of sinks and forms a staircase down, and it lights up as it goes down. So you all walk down into this lower room, and now they're kind of outside, like kind of walks you down into the middle. There's doors on the outside, and he walks you kind of around the outside doors, and so you're kind of looking in through these like portals that look like windows, but there's nothing there. It's just some sort of energy that's holding you back. In the middle of this room is this piece of paper laid out, held taut on all ends, and there's this giant kind of like series of lenses over it. And there's one beam of light coming from the very, very top of the ceiling, shining straight down through it and onto it in the middle. And then there's these stones all around it, set in these little kind of like half-cup metal holders all around this area. He's pointing to it through the window. It's like, that is your scroll, and your task is to figure out what the clue is saying on it. These stones apparently will help. Turn them over, and they will give you clues, but if you turn them over and place them on the machine to get a clue, there will be some danger as well. They're very powerful magical items, and they could stir up spirits. You still wish to do this?
We've gotten this far. We might
We
as well.
didn't come
Yeah.
down here for nothing.
Yeah.
Let me see the money.
I love tempting the fates.
But like, really, who has the money?
I have the money
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
because
Celeste,
yes.
can you hand over the money?
One, give me a minute.
Excellent. All right. Waves the hand when the doors slides open.
That is awesome, man.
Step inside.
Like steps inside.
Everyone going inside?
Yeah.
All right. Then laid out in, I can pass this around, but laid out in the center of the room is the following. I may have this upside down. Laid out in the center of the room.
That's a clue.
Laid out in the center of the room is the following. I believe that's right side up. Right like this. And it's stretched out. That's machinery over it. You need to. Oh, sorry. I have disadvantage. Whenever we drop a die, I get disadvantage, or whoever drops it gets disadvantage. You can translate this. And then later around it are all of these rocks.
Ooh, we got rocks.
Yeah.
I want to put this in the center.
Oh, wow.
Now, don't pick these up, because once they're picked up and turned over, something will happen. So you can look at them, just don't look at the other side of them. Whoops. No one saw that. No one saw that. This room is throbbing with energy. You can just feel it. There's incredible power going on in this room right now. And all these rocks, like, even if you pass your hand over them, they shudder. And you can feel this resistance of power, like magnets pushing against each other as you reach for them.
Whoa.
Well, I'd like to cast Comprehend Languages
Excellent.
on the shroud.
Okay, on the shroud. Okay, so.
Well, on myself so that I can read the shroud.
Absolutely. You cast it, you look at it, the words vibrate for a moment, you expect them to realign into a language you can read, and then there's like this weird kind of feedback and like a shock, and then nothing happens.
I've never experienced anything like this in all of my travels.
What did you get, though?
Yeah, what language is that?
It's Urban Elven, and I'm not exactly sure.
No one knows. No one knows what that is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It seems to change
All the time.
So I'm really at a loss of what to do next.
You mean you're an elf?
No.
No, you're not an elf. He's an elf.
I'm
We are
half.
elves, but I don't know what this says.
You're a suburban elf.
True.
I would
It's
still,
true. Rin went to the best schools.
Yeah.
I would still imagine you have cousins, maybe.
I
You
don't
know, the
have family,
cousins no
though.
one talks about, but still invites to the parties.
So I suggest that we look at some of the patterns of the rocks and see if any can match up with the patterns.
Yeah, good
That's
idea.
true.
that's
That's true. See, Shaka's the brains of this place, right?
Exactly. That's
Well,
why we
he's-
don't use me for the brain.
But he's covering his brains. Why are you doing that, Shaka?
Oh, I'm a little embarrassed to mention it.
Did you get a bad haircut?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my tiefling horns are rather embarrassing.
Wait, why?
I'm embarrassed.
They're unformed. They're a little
Oh,
misaligned.
that's okay.
Are you-
Happens
are
to
you-
lots of guys.
Suffering from horn envy?
Yes, I have some horn anxiety.
I think there's a pill for that.
There might be, but I prefer my cap to hide them away. Just in case I run across a tiefling in the environment I don't want to be made fun of.
You know what? You remind me of the famous bard tiefling, is LL Cool Tiefling.
Oh, yeah. I think I know him as well.
Yeah,
So good.
yeah.
I have heard tales.
Don't tell him he's having a comeback, though.
I have
He's
heard
been here for
tales.
years.
So let's look. Don't touch the rocks.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't want to touch it.
But here's
You're like a voice, kind of like, not like a PA, but if there was like a fantasy PA, right? You'd have the voice of the wizard outside come over. You may look at them, you may hold them, just do not turn them over. That's when the energy is released.
I pictured like one of those Dr. Seuss horns, like going all the way up the top.
Yes, right, like the long brass horns on the other side.
Okay.
Does anyone
So would you like
feel
to
it?
see the shroud?
Yeah, let's take a look.
Let's pass it around.
Okay.
You notice anything that looks similar?
I mean, we can play like matchy match.
Yeah.
And see what's up.
Okay, let's see.
Oh dear.
That one is like that, but like turned.
Yeah.
That like.
Yes.
That.
That is that one.
I want to touch it,
So-
you guys. I want to flip it over.
I think we should turn that one so the
This one?
orientation.
Like
Oh.
Okay, we're.
this.
Lift it.
Oh man.
Okay. All right.
correct?
Yeah.
So there it is, right there.
Yeah.
While they're doing that, I'm going to see if I can detect evil.
Perfect.
Yeah, okay. So you kind of focus for a second and you feel all the energy radiating off these rocks. And you push through it, It's not evil. There's energy, but it's not particularly,
Malicious.
Yeah, it's not a malicious force. It's just a lot of it.
Oh,
What are you doing, Celeste?
I'm trying to see if they're evil. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
You.
Death, maybe. Who knows?
I'm not looking for death, though.
No, neither am I. I'm looking for gold. I thought we were all looking for
We
gold.
are looking for gold.
Okay, but you kind of said it like we weren't looking for gold, though.
I said I'm not looking for death.
Oh, okay.
You guys hear the wizard come over the PA and, excuse me, I forgot to mention. I forgot to mention.
Nerdier as you go.
Oh, no, sorry, this is a different one. There's a different one. Yes. Pardon me, I forgot to mention. So apparently you have a sponsor. Someone likes you all. Amusing. So at Brain Clouds with Team Volo has been quite a fan of yours and apparently has provided some magical energy that will ward one of these stones. So one stone you may pick up without consequence.
Oh, man.
So we should choose the one that appears the most.
Most.
So the one that we just turned.
This one.
But also maybe the heaviest. That's a good one, too.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Or the one that tastes different.
Let's taste that
Tasting
one.
rocks.
Let's not lick the magical stone.
Okay.
Not advised.
But if we were gonna, we could do that
No.
one. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Do it.
Now, as you pick it up, there is this rush of like air, an explosion of air that blows you all back for a second, and then silence. And that letter glows on the underside of that rock when you place it inside the light. And it causes all of the responding letters to appear on the paper. So which letter did you turn over?
E.
And where is E on the chart?
Everywhere.
You probably want to write this down as you're, as you're solving it.
Very true.
So how many E's are there?
So many.
Vanna of the Whites, please show us the E.
Bing, 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 bing. Would you like to solve the puzzle?
I think we've bought a vowel.
Well, you did buy a vowel. You turned over a vowel. How many E's were there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Six.
6.
Excellent.
They're right.
Excellent. And they disappear in like golden lettering, almost like it burns into the scroll. It flashes, and then they're just E's on the scroll.
Guys, this reminds me of a game that I played when I was a kid. There's this guy in a tree, and he would just hold on for a long time, and he'd say like a lot of letters. He called it Hangman.
Oh.
Thank you.
How did
Knock
you win
Knock.
the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went away.
Oh,
Wow.
Away.
you went far away?
Yeah.
Thank you for that
sorry.
amazing.
Guys, back to the game.
Back to the magic.
if a tree
and
appears,
danger
I'm gonna
and
play the
gold
game.
Things.
The tree appears.
Okay,
I don't
so
know what's going
Yes.
on.
we picked up the one
Yep.
that appeared the most. Now we don't have another magical spell to ward off, unless the magical PA gives us one.
I have an idea on
No.
So
Bless you.
what I advise we do is we look at the one that appears the next highest, but when we turn it, something is going to happen that we might have to defend ourselves. But there's no other way I believe we can proceed. Does anyone else have any option?
The first word is the.
There it is. I see it.
It could be many words that end in E.
What?
There are several
3
three-letter
letters?
words that end in
E?
E. They're not the.
Name one.
Have you read a dictionary in your day?
Yeah, do you read the dictionary?
No.
Shaka does.
It could be.
It's weird,
it
Shaka.
could be C.
It's weird.
It could be P. It could be P.
It could be feet.
You mean pie?
It could be pie.
I'm hungry. Can we get pie?
Oh, pie.
We should get cake.
Let's not
Cake is
assume
much
it is
better
an
than
article, even though the is a very good article to begin first.
Okay.
You know, I'd like to actually solve this before we age anymore.
Sorry, I get really hungry.
So-
You'd like to solve the puzzle?
So is everyone,
As a group.
does everyone accept the danger of turning over another one of the rocks? Or do we want to think of another way?
Let's turn over some rocks.
I wanted to.
You can leave at any time. We'll keep the gold, of course, but anytime you want to leave, you're more than welcome.
Okay, so which symbol?
not gonna be on
That
the hook.
symbol appeared 6 times. We have another symbol that I can see that appears 4 times.
And which one is that?
I like this one because it looks like a person.
Yeah,
Oh
me
yeah,
too.
the person one.
Yeah, it's like he's like profile.
Actually,
could
the
be a
person
clue.
one does appear multiple times.
Yeah.
Do we see a rock with the person? Does everyone accept the gamble?
It was just a little puff of air, right?
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was
that
with
wasn't
that
too
was
bad.
with the
Yeah.
magical
Little puff of air.
that was
Yeah.
with the magical spell that warded it off. We don't know
Oh.
what happens without the spell. Knock knock.
Who's there? Right?
Let's turn it.
Wait,
that
it's
one over
that
there,
one. No,
that one.
that one has an eyeball. The
This one?
not eye. Nope.
That one,
Yeah.
that one?
Yeah. You wish to turn that one over.
Turn it.
Who reaches for the rock?
I'll reach for it. Hold on.
Yeah.
I cast Mage Hand.
Ah.
My Mage Hand reaches and turns it.
All right. So this little ghostal hand appears over the rock just as the fingers reach around it, and then just flips over. And there's an explosion of fire. A column of fire roars out of it and spins, and there's this incredible cacophony of sound as this tornado of fire appears and then parts. And standing before you is a creature formed of fire, roaring with fury as it attacks. Initiative.
Oh.
Ooh.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Let's see.
So I guess you're going first.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, I got an
Cicero got a nat 20.
Well, you got nat 22.
Yeah.
Thank you for wasting these now. Well done. Well done. Who's got the higher dex between the two of you?
+2. 14.
I am +8. This.
Plus 8 is not possible.
Oh no, +5.
Plus 5. Gotcha. Okay, so you're definitely first.
Yes.
Who's got after natural 20s?
Okay, I wrote a natural 18.
Naturally. Good. Excellent. Who's next?
I got 10.
I got 13.
Okay, and?
5.
5. Okay. So put you 4, 5, oops, and 6. Okay.
Well,
So, Perrin, go first.
Well, I look at, this is a creature of magic.
This is definitely a creature of magic. It is
Clearly-
basically living fire.
Clearly a creature of magic.
Yep. Unless life doesn't work the way I think it does, this was a creature of magic.
You know, life always throws you curveballs.
Not
So,
this kind. This is living fire.
I would like to cast Thunder or Shatter at this character
Okay.
and see what happens.
Real quick, just read me what Shatter does.
It's 3d8 thunder, and it is 10-foot radius. Every creature has to do a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
A
So,
13.
how do you do this? Describe it.
So, I come in and I look at this fire creature and I say, "Now is the time for your demise, young fire creature. We must extinguish your flame."
As it's kind of reaching up around you,
Yes.
and just slam your hands together. All right. I would like you to. What is the save against it?
13.
13. Roll damage.
All right. Oh, I got 3 5s. Oh no, I've rolled a d10. Oops, sorry.
Oops. There we go. Try it again.
8, 8.
Yeah,
1.
better. 7, 4.
So 12. Okay. So the thing is kind of forming around you, and you slam your hands together, and there's this explosion wave of energy that comes out of you that kind of shocks it back, and you see the flames just blast out of the middle of it and reform, but it's a little smaller.
Shockwaves come from small packages and then spread out.
All right, Perrin, knock knock.
Who's there? So Knock Knock sees this, right? It opens and it closes. He leans over to Ashburn and he's just like, "Knock knock."
What?
Knock, knock.
Who's there, man?
Water.
Water who?
Why do you get a load of this? And he pulls out his arrows. So he has, because he was raised by elves, he's a horrible archer. So he had them make iron arrows for him that are basically short swords.
And your guy, it's like he's a half orc, but he's like
like trimmed,
thin, and like his hair's really well done. Like he's got all the elven kind of ways of holding himself, but he's a giant half orc.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So he goes like running up to like stab the fire beast.
Roll to hit.
Yeah. Okay, 17, 17.
17, 17. Okay, you are gonna hit. I would like you to roll damage.
Okay, I already did.
All right.
So 4 and 8. So 12.
Okay, so you hit solidly, but you don't feel them sink in. It just tears through the fire, and it does part it, and it is a little smaller, but you don't feel like it did as much damage as you would to a normal target.
Okay.
It just feels like you're just cutting through, and you're not getting any resistance whatsoever. It's just fire. So it feels strange fighting it. You don't feel like you're making as much progress as you normally would.
Guys, I'm doing it.
All right, next up is gonna be Shaka.
Okay, I cast True Strike.
Okay.
Gain insight into the defenses of this fire creature.
Excellent. So you just basically just kind of point and think about the creature.
So I look very intensely in the creature's fiery eyes, like this.
Yeah, and then that fire gets represented into your eyes.
Yes.
Like all that flame kind of flickles, you know, it just kind of flickers inside your eyes, and you just go blank as you're staring right at them. What do you do?
Okay, and then I take my arms, rotate them this way, confuses the creature a bit, and then what pops in my mind is the creature's weak points.
Okay. Okay, so you feel like if you were to target, like, what weapon are you using?
Crossbow.
Crossbow. Okay, it's a tough shot, but there's something about like in the center of his head, like when you see the fire kind of flicker, there seems to be maybe something solid, a ruby, some sort of stone. Maybe you could strike that in the center of it.
Okay, I'm going for it.
All right, roll to hit, roll 2 dice because you're rolling with advantage.
Oh, 1 and 14.
1 and 14. Okay, well, the 14 is going to hit. Doesn't quite hit what you were aiming for, just kind of goes through the center of the head. Roll damage.
3.
3. Okay, again, like the little hole parts, arrow goes through, hole comes back. So, I mean, it doesn't seem to affect it much.
But the rest of my party saw
Correct.
the same thing I saw. Or if
Correct.
I did not, I communicate. Guys, I saw the weak point. If you are casting anything or going to hit this, aim for the part that we saw.
As the arrow passes through, you will see this tiny little ruby, maybe about that large, about the size of a thumbnail, spinning in the center of the creature's head. And then it reforms and it roars and raises back up. And it's going to attack. And since you were right in front of it, it's going to attack you, Knock Knock.
Yeah, who's there?
It's actually, you see that kind of raise up, and it's like eyes are flickering coals, and its mouth are just these talons of fire, and it leans over and it goes, knock, knock.
Oh, is there a knock knock here?
Ooh, is a natural 20 going to hit you? Yes, it is. Yeah, it's unfortunately going to hit you. So just kind of leans up with 2 fire fists and just slams them into your chest and does, oh dear.
Oh dear.
So 7 plus another 9 is going to be 50. It's going to be 16 plus 3 is going to be 19 points of damage. That slams 2 fists into your chest and sends you 10 feet flat back into the wall.
Oh man. Knock Knock takes a hit, looks over at Ashburn again, and is like, knock knock.
Who's there?
Do we have to fight this guy?
All right, number 4 is Ashburn.
So I see Knock Knock just get like hammered.
Knocked back?
Knocked
Yeah.
back.
Knock, 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 knock.
And I pull out my longbow, and it's a modified longbow because I put it between my taloned arm, and I look to where the strike was, or that little part, and I fire an arrow.
Tell you what, if you roll with that claw hand, I'll give you advantage.
Oh no. Okay.
Claw hand is the
The
disadvantage.
claw never lies.
Okay.
Well, you can roll twice because you
Oh,
have
ha ha
advantage.
ha ha! Yes, that's how
Oh.
it works. 14.
14 total?
No, 14, 15, 16.
Very 14. Okay, so
Yeah.
again, you shoot, it enters its head, doesn't quite hit that stone, but it does cut right through it. I'd like you to roll damage. You can do that with your normal hand.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
6.
Okay, so again, these two arrows are just passed through it one after the next, both making holes that reform. It's a little smaller, but it's still up. Anything you want to say? Or?
Take that, sucker!
Eloquent. Okay.
That was a classic Ash burn.
That was Ashburn.
Rin, you're up next.
All right, so Rin, saw knock get knocked back, and then Ash is up there already. So walking up to it, and I was like, I have chill touch, and I'm gonna make you freeze. And so can I roll for?
So you're gonna reach out almost
Yeah.
and touch the fire
Yeah.
as this energy
Have-
comes out. All right, I would like you to roll to hit.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. 8 and let's see this one. +3, so 11.
Okay, so you reach out to go grab it, and just as like your fingertips begin to freeze over and these talons of ice form on them, it just kind of separates, and you close your hand in the middle of it, and it kind of like laughs at you as it forms back around and pulls back and raises up over you. Just couldn't quite get it.
Yeah.
All right, next up is going to be Celise.
Well, I saw the gem. I'm going for that
Totally. All right, so what are you swinging with?
longsword.
Excellent, just right for the head?
Yep.
Nice.
That was a miss.
Yeah.
That was a big miss.
Unfortunately, you get up there, there's a lot happening, there's arrows going through it, you just can't quite get around people, and when you swing, it's just awkward, you're on your back foot right over the top of it.
Whiff.
Whiff. And
I
we are
whiffed.
back to the top, so I'm going to start with Perrin.
Well,
It's about, I would say, you take about a third of its size off.
third of its size.
Yeah, so instead of being like 10 feet tall, it's now like, 7 feet tall. It's just a little bigger than Knock Knock.
Well, it's too small to do really big things, but I'm a really small person, so maybe it's time for dissonant whispers. And I look at it and I say, your flame is not too bright.
I would like you to check this in. I'm not 100% sure it's going to affect this.
Let's see.
Sadly.
It does psychic damage.
Right, on psychic damage? Oh, actually, yep, I think you're fine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're fine. Okay, roll it. Wait, what's the,
No,
what's
so
the save?
it's 13.
Thank you.
13 wisdom.
And no, failed. Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Be a
So-
very, very
oh,
sad fire monster.
right.
Aw,
Right.
I tried really hard, guys.
My street urchin friend, he doesn't call anymore.
9, 10.
10. All right, so what do you say to this creature of fire?
Your flame is not too bright, and neither are you. Your mother never liked you. No one ever liked you. You might as well extinguish yourself now and just go away.
You see the fire creature, like it roared up towards you and stopped for a minute, and it kind of like shrinks back as you're saying these things, and then you see like a little bit of like, it's like steam is coming out around its eye as little tears are hitting, and and it shakes it off, and it like again rage, and it goes diving at you. But first, Knock Knock.
So Knock Knock was pushed like across the room, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
about 10 feet slammed into the wall.
Gotcha. How far away from the scroll is he?
So you were 10 feet from the scroll at the time, so now you're like 20 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's not going to run back to the scroll.
Good.
He's going to dust himself off, and he's just going to go running with those short sword, the arrows, short sword arrows right at it again.
Totally.
And try to hit like uppercut, like right through it to like hit that gem, like in its skull.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so 9 and 13.
Okay, so you pull yourself back. You go running forward, and like the first step, you trip on your own boot and stumble, but you're able to kind of like roll and catch yourself and like just get like one stab up there, but you do hit it. Just not anywhere near what you were trying to hit.
Gotcha.
Roll for damage.
Okay. 7.
Okay. So it doesn't quite do that much damage. Yeah, again, I mean, you're whiffing, you're taking bits out of it, but it's still coming. I would like, okay, also, next is going to be the creature, but I also want you to roll perception when you did that, because you got knocked back further than the others.
Oh, crit fail.
Yeah, you didn't see anything. You didn't see anything at all. In fact, you're like got like ash in your eyes.
I'm positive everything is exactly the same as it was when I left.
All right, and it is going to attack, and you pissed it off, Aaron, so it's coming after you. In fact, it's going to actually, it kind of like sees you and like starts to focus, and it starts to get brighter and brighter and brighter, and then it roars with like both, I guess, hands forward and comes at you. Is a 16 going to hit you?
16 will hit me.
Okay. Feel it slam you in the chest, and please take 8 points of damage.
Oh boy.
As like singes your robe, and you can like smell the hairs on the top of your head that got nailed.
Hair smells so terrible. Unless it's a hot comb. PU now stands for perfectly unreasonable.
All right, and then up next is Ashburn.
I saw when Knock Knock got just like blown back.
Totally.
But he did this like really dope roll.
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, completely planned.
It was really cool. So I'm gonna do that roll, and I'm gonna lay cure wounds on Knock Knock.
Okay, I would like you to roll athletics.
12 plus 5 is 17.
Oh, okay, actually pretty good. You guys, you put a little back handspring into it.
Yeah.
You know, kind of go side. You know, so like in your head, this is what he did, but it's not what he did. You just look awesome. And you lay hands on.
Knock Knock.
And how much do you want to give Knock Knock?
It is a D8 plus 3.
Sorry, you're not laying hands. You're healing.
Or cure wounds.
Gotcha.
Yes. 7 plus the 3.
Okay, and describe to Knock Knock what happens.
So I'm tumbling and I roll and I like pin him down like Nala from the like Lion King. And I say, you owe me a favor. And then I like bounce off.
You feel this energy go through you and you're healed 10 hit points.
Awesome.
No, do you say anything?
He feels this energy and he's just like Hakuna Matata.
And you are healed. Ashburn's at Rin's turn.
All right. So Rin's like running back towards Knock Knock, making sure he's okay. He's like, "Dude, are you okay?
No, I'm fine, man.
We gotta take out this monster. We gotta do this together."
Oh man.
I know you just got hurt, but
a lot of stuff is happening right now.
The thing is like reeling back around you right now to line up for a strike. What are you doing to attack it? If you are attacking it,
can I do a shield? Because like Ren is trying to like.
Oh,
protect.
do you want to? Who do you want to
protect?
Who do you want to put the shield in front?
Well, we'll do it on Knock Knock.
Gotcha.
To protect him because he just got hurt.
Okay, so Rin kind of dives in front of you and like holds this shield up as you're being healed, and the thing is roaring on here.
Oh, awesome.
Awesome. All right, so after Rin is going to be Celise.
All right, going for that gem again.
All right, roll to hit.
15.
15 is going to hit, not the gem though. So, and you are swinging with a sword again?
Yeah.
Is it a magical sword?
It is not.
It is not a magical sword. All right, roll for damage.
I already did, so it'll be a 7.
A 7, okay. Again, I mean, you guys keep taking pieces out of it, and it keeps like getting hit, but it's not down yet. So we're going to go from you back to the top of the round, and it's Perrin.
Then
I'd say it's about half the size. And the heat coming off it. Like, you know when you had an oven open for a while? It's not that first blast of heat. Like, it's that residual heat. That's kind of what you're getting right now.
this reminds me of the place in the far-off mystic realms of Phoenix. It's a dry heat.
I've been to Phoenix. It is awful.
So I am going to, well, first off, I'm going to cast Bardic Inspiration
Okay.
on Shaka.
Excellent.
That'll give you an extra d6 on your attack. So
Every attack or just the one? Maybe it's
just
the one. Just the next
it's
one.
just the next, whichever one he wants to use the next 10 minutes.
Awesome.
So,
Excellent. So you cast that.
Yeah, so I cast that, and then that doesn't end my turn.
Okay.
So he is small. He's small enough for me now
Right.
to pull out my rapier.
Okay, sure.
And-
right. He's been shrunk down a bit. Now he's
Right.
reasonable. Yeah.
Right. So I'm going to show Celeste how it's done and go and get that.
And you're gonna go get that. I see. All right. All right.
Celeste, you do great things as a paladin, but halflings, half the size, double the experience.
Half the size, double.
That's a good line.
That's good.
Celeste plots her revenge while she watches this.
So I got I rolled a 6 and then 1 on my sword. So I
What,
look.
what was that?
I,
What was that?
I had a little bit of performance anxiety. Sometimes you look really, really, really intimidating.
Well, thank you.
It doesn't happen like this to me all the time.
Parents like, and this is how it is done.
Yes.
But it's a mirror, and you've just stabbed the mirror that's actually right over there. All right, well done, Perrin. After Perrin, it is Knock Knock.
Yeah, so Knock Knock feels the healing. He has that shield. Like, it's a good 3 seconds of not getting hit, and he's just like staring. He's like staring at this fire beast or whatever, and Rin is right next to him, right?
Sure.
Rin, yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's like, knock knock,
Who's there?
Thermos.
Thermos what?
There must be a way to kill this guy. And he goes back out at him again. And he takes, I do it all for you.
Yeah, no, I love puns. This is really just about amusing me. Thank you.
Yeah, and he's gonna take 2 swings at this guy again.
Excellent.
Up high by that gem.
Excellent. I'm going to give you advantage for that. So go ahead
Okay.
and roll twice on those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely need that. On
Yep.
that. Okay, so 11 and 16.
Okay, so it again moves out of the way of one of them. The second one hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, I already did. It's 9.
Now 9.
Oh,
okay.
no, I'm sorry. It's 8.
8. Okay. Well, you've definitely got it under half. It is looking wounded. The flame is starting to flicker out. The light isn't as quite on in its eyes, and it's going to swing right back at you. Is a 15 going to hit you?
No.
Okay, so it goes to hit, and you've now kind of anticipated it. It swings right over your head. You kind of lean back as this fire rolls over you, and you spring back up.
Yeah, and in his head he thinks like, knock, knock, no one's there.
Ashford.
That was so cool.
Actually, roll a perception, Ashburn.
Okay. It's over 20. Yeah, oh, it's
No.
20 exactly.
Okay, so the way this room's built is that it's like a big open circle, and then there's like a series of risers that go up towards the middle, and then there's like this lip on the outside where it's a little dark, and there's a bunch of things stored around the outside of it. They use for ceremonies or summoning or
Yeah.
whatever. But one of the things you see is a couple buckets, and they have water in them.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to run up those stairs and grab a bucket of water.
And you're gonna throw it at it?
Absolutely.
All right, I would like you to roll dexterity to hit.
Natural 20.
I would like you to describe what you do. Very nice. Describe your action.
So she looks over and sees the buckets and jumps up the stairs, is holding the buckets, and she's trying
three
so
of them?
hard not to
Yeah.
slosh the water. And she kind of trips, but all gravity and all of that, so she throws the water forward and rolls out of the way.
So just as this thing swings over you and you lean back, but you stumble a bit, you're on one hand kind of leaning behind you and this column of fire is just about to engulf you, and then a shower just rains down, steam explodes off it in all directions, and a little teeny gem is hovered in the second and just falls, tink, 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 to the ground. Silence. And a lot of wet. Basically.
If there was like a camera on me at the time, because I was leaning back and then it's like Flashdance.
Yes.
So like,
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's 100% giant orc flash dance. Yeah. And the room is quiet. Well done, well done. Any of you wish to throw in the towel yet?
No.
No.
guys,
You may
but things
need
are
a towel
wet.
because
Yeah.
it's really
Yeah.
wet.
No, I did. That's why I made the joke. I was aware. Thank you.
This guy was waiting in the wings with that joke.
I was thinking about it as soon as she saw the buckets, yes.
I walk over and I grab the gem.
Yep. It's a little teeny, it's like, ouch. It's like hot and you pick it back up. And it's just a little ruby. Roll insight.
12.
Yeah, you think it's worth maybe 50 gold?
I put it in my pocket.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to pay back a small fraction of the money you borrowed. Well done. All right, what are you all doing now?
Guys, we solved the puzzle.
Ow.
The answer was friendship.
So,
Thank you, Knock.
See if that is. See if that works.
friendship doesn't have an E in it. Oh, no, it does.
Have any.
Friendship has an E.
It does.
Come on,
Friendship
wizard.
has an E. It's right there. Sorry.
Clearly, you have no friends.
No.
But we need to.
Do we get to turn over the stone?
Yeah, so that
We
stone
already
that you
turned.
just did, so you should have 2 stones
Yeah,
turned
we
over.
already.
Yeah.
Yep, turn that one over.
Yeah, it
The
was.
one.
It was that one.
Yep.
Yeah, and the E.
So what do you have now?
It's an O.
Okay.
Vena of the Whites, show us all the O's.
Wait, can you show me that again?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry. There's that one here.
So you place it into this little cradle, the light hits it, the gem vanishes, and those words appear on the scroll.
While they're doing this,
Yes.
Knock Knock's going to take a walk around
Sure.
the place.
Oh, and look around. Okay.
Yeah, maybe look
Kind of
around.
take inventory around
Yeah.
around the edges. Okay, roll.
16.
Okay, there's probably 10 more buckets of water. There's several like barrels of hay, a couple bags of flour.
You say
There-
barrels of hay?
Well, not barrels. What's it called? Bale
Bale.
of hay. I'm
Okay,
from the
yeah,
city.
yeah,
yeah.
It's a square.
No.
It's got hay, right?
Barrels of hay.
This place is barrels of hay.
Barrels of hay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And cube meat. Their meat comes in
Right,
cubes.
and they wrap their water up in squares. Yes, it's effective.
I'm sorry,
okay?
that was my fault.
All right,
That was
yes,
100%
thank you.
on me.
A barrel of hay.
Yes.
All right. So there's like hay barrels, and there's sacks of flour. There's some coals, and there's a couple torches and like large copper braziers, some rope,
Okay.
things like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Are there any words that appear close to being solved?
Yeah. What have you
There's a
got?
lot of E's.
There's just E's and O. We just have vowels, y'all.
Yeah.
No, but I believe we should pick one if the blank letters are one symbol. We can choose that symbol next, and then we will learn what the word is after we defeat the creature.
This one's like a guy doing a handstand.
Yeah, upside down. And
Do you see it?
Yeah.
I wish I did not, but now.
Do you see it though, right? Let's do that one.
Yeah.
All right. You're gonna turn over another one.
Wait, are we going to turn over another stone?
Yeah.
Or are we going to try and solve one of the
We
words?
cannot solve yet.
It's all
Piyu, calm your horses.
I've been all over the Forgotten Realms, performing and entertaining all over the world. I have seen very few words that begin with O and don't end in F. So,
Is there more of these though? Because if we already know this is an F, then there's no more F's, right?
well,
If it only
I don't
appears
give an F.
once.
I just get it.
Dang, though. Okay.
You are the worst bard.
That was a solid throw.
That was, yeah.
That was good.
Excellent. All right, so do you want to keep
But
on turning over stones?
Are you properly healed, Knock Knock? Are you ready to
I'm
go?
feeling good. I'm feeling
You're
good.
welcome.
Are you okay?
I'm a little damaged, but
You were before you walked in, though.
Yeah. So
This is just physical damage.
You are very damaged. Various areas.
I don't think my healing extends to helping you.
you know,
What?
I can heal myself.
I've heard that
Sometimes,
story.
sometimes if you don't have friends, you have to take care of yourself.
Let's turn a rock
your
over.
friend.
We're hearing more about his self-healing.
Yes.
Cartwheel one.
Cartwheel
one.
handstand.
No, that one at the very end.
I just want to flip all the rocks. Is
Me too.
anyone-
Oh my God, I was thinking the same thing. Put all of them. All of
We do not
them.
want to
all the
flip all of
Guys,
them.
I just almost died, and I still want to flip all the
We
rocks.
will definitely die if you. flip.
Definitely? How do you know one of like they all can't be bad stuff, right? Some of them have to be good.
Like
True.
a cake.
Yeah, or rice.
We're talking about food again. I'm hungry.
Who knows? You
While
can make
we
up
do
anything.
this, I'm going to flip the rock.
Okay, what are you flipping?
This is the one we want to
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Tear protect
Do it.
me.
Do it.
I'll protect you.
Do it.
You flip it over, and it begins to rumble in your hand and get really, really heavy. So you put it down onto the tray, and you can see like the metal almost bend as this incredible weight forms. And there's a rumble in the room, and the stone from the floor about 10 feet away from you begins to form together and rumble until there's this 10-foot tall, hulking creature of rock that's just staring down at you. We're gonna have you guys go in order, and it's gonna act last. So, Sharif, go first.
Okay. I cast True Strike, gain insight.
Excellent.
For
You
the
focus
defensive
right in
block.
on it
So I focus right in his rocky eye.
as it's forming, because you guys know this is coming. This time. You got like a full 12 seconds during its like really dramatic formation to all get lined up, right?
Although it is a 10-foot tall beast, so I start this way and I end up looking upward. My neck kind of chafes a bit, but looking up at approximately a 33-degree angle, I calculate it's about 4 feet, using trigonometry.
Fair enough.
So I can focus directly into his eyes. And then I notice that
Roll
it's
perception.
very hard to find the
Yeah, roll perception actually. Let's see what you do. Notice.
Okay, so a 15.
Okay, so you're staring right into its eyes, and it's all this like dark gray stone, and then you notice that directly between the eyes, the tiniest sliver where someone might have like a frown line, is a thin vein of diamond that just sparkles as it reaches up to slam you.
Okay, is it behind the rock?
No, so it would be like just like if there was a fold in the middle of its forehead, and there's this thin vein of diamond.
Okay. Oof. Can't cast another one. Okay, so I saw. Did everyone else see the diamond point on the creature?
When you cast True Strike, right, and when you were looking right into its eyes, it glimmered. Like the effect of the spell made this line up and glow, so everyone saw that happen.
Okay, good. Okay. Then after that happens, I aim for the diamond.
Roll to hit. What are you swinging with?
Crossbow.
Right, crossbow. Gotcha.
Crossbow.
Not really swinging with it.
Yeah. Now let's see. Ooh, all right. 10.
Okay, so you line up, you see it glimmer, you fire, just like, and it pulls back a little bit, just maybe a centimeter too high, and it shatters against its forehead. And it barely even flinches. In fact, it doesn't flinch, it just shatters and looks at you. Written.
Let me see. So how close am I to it?
About 10 feet away. This big, huge thing, and you all are kind of like circled around it, because you all kind of got into position.
Can I use the light crossbow?
Yeah.
Just to be safe.
Fair enough.
So Ren is like pulling out the crossbow, getting ready to shoot, and then he fires.
Okay, roll to hit.
Okay, here we go. Let's see. I don't want it.
Oh, that's unfortunate. So for safety, you pick up the light crossbow and you line up and you go to pull it, and you haven't used this crossbow in a while, so you did not load it right. And as it fired, the cord just cut deep into your palm. You take 4 points of damage, hurts a lot, right? And that thing is wrecked. That's not going to be usable until you completely restring it.
Okay.
All right. Come on, Ashburn.
So Ash saw that Shaka was like just staring intently at the beast, and she thought it was pretty cool too. So she wants to copy it. And
Hey, beast. Hey.
but I do Slayer's Prey.
Okay, excellent. Now explain what that is, because that's one of the newer ones.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
So it's I can focus my ire on one foe, increasing the harm I inflict on it. As a bonus action, I basically get a D6 damage extra, in additional to all of my attacks.
Nice. So you pour your focus and energy into this thing, and you're just going to take it down.
With the way that the rock elemental is moving, I'm moving.
Gotcha.
So I'm like synced in to this elemental.
So you look heavy.
I look heavy
lumbering,
and
right.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I take out my longbow and I fire.
All right, roll to hit.
16.
16 is gonna hit.
Yes.
Oh, nope, it's not. Sorry. 16.
No.
6 so close. I'm sorry, that was awful.
Okay.
I am the worst. Ha ha ha, you did not hit. It just, like you see it going right towards the gem, and at the last second, this giant shoulder just kind of comes up as it moves around and blocks it and just shatters again. All set?
Yeah.
All right, excellent. Then we are going with Perrin.
Well, I look up at this.
Undamaged creature.
Yes. You're quite a rock. Some would say you're a rock monster.
Ha ha ha. Some do say that.
So, I'm a little hurt. I don't want to be hurt by this, so I'm casting Blade Ward.
Okay, excellent.
So, dumbness, omnis, zoopity zoop, zoop zoop. PU is Scooby Boo.
You just scat it.
Spells.
Yeah, scat spell.
Scat spells. Excellent. Well done. All right, good. So you have cast Blade Ward. Do you want to move or do anything else?
I can attack. I'll attack with my rapier.
Can you attack and cast in the same round?
No, actually, no. You know what? I can't.
Yeah.
So no, I'm just gonna stand here.
Right.
Dare him to hit me.
Nice. Excellent. So like kind of put yourself in front now that you've cast the spell. Nice.
Yes.
Celise.
Use Divine Smite.
Nice. All right.
All right.
Good time for it.
All right, let's see if this works. Son of a biscuit.
Oh.
The gods have abandoned me.
Describe what happens as the gods abandon you.
I felt a cold emptiness in my heart as tears abandoned me.
So as you call for your thundering smite, as you call from the force of your god to be brought down upon this creature, and you reach to the sky, and there's nothing. Silence, whatever warmth and light normally fills you, just leaves, and you are left cold and alone and empty. And the moment of need, and one of the times where you would feel the most strength, and all you've got is nothing because you've been abandoned.
Why have you forsaken me?
Yes.
No, why?
And you know what? There's no answer. Now we move on to Knock Knock.
Knock, knock. Yeah, so he sees all this going on at the same time, and he's just like staring. He's staring at these stones gathering, and Ashburn's right next to him, and he's just like, knock, knock.
Who's there?
Rock.
Rock who?
Rock who like a hurricane? And he goes like running in again. And goes
Like it was always at the other side of the room.
and he goes to like jump right on it, like to stab it with his arrows.
Roll with advantage one more time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you've earned it.
Thank you. Nat 20.
That would be a natural 20. Nice.
And let me roll the other one again. Whoa! Almost.
So you had advantage, but that knocks it out. So now you're rolling just the one.
Okay.
Yep.
That would be a 12.
Okay, so you come in and you swing with the first one, and it just kind of off of its like knee, and you couldn't get any purchase, but it gets its attention and it wheels around just as you slam the blade directly into its forehead, and you feel that crystal shatter. Roll damage.
It's a crit, right?
Yeah, so roll it twice.
5, 6, 11.
Okay, and then plus your bonuses?
That was.
Got it, 11. So that's enough to shatter the crystal. Slam into this crystal with one of those like iron arrows that you have, and you just feel it like you can feel glass cracking as you press through it. There's that resistance and that nice little shatter, and you see little bits of silver kind of break and form out of it, and you just feel like the rock shift. You see its jaw kind of slide and grate, and then cracks begin to appear all throughout it, and it just collapses into dust.
As soon as it collapses to dust, I'm gonna be like, you took your life for granted. Guys, get it? Granted.
I got it.
It's like a rock. You guys get it? I'm gonna pick up the little silver thing, the little silver, and just like, put it in my
so
mouth.
you pick it up, and there's like, let's say that there's like a couple of diamond fragments now. So like 3 diamond fragments. Roll insight.
17.
Oh yeah, I mean you've used diamonds before apparently. The elves had a lot of diamonds, so you know that these are worth about 75 gold.
Great.
All 3 of them. All right, how much of the puzzle do you have solved?
What's
that's
that?
an R.
That's an
Depends
R.
on the letter.
It's R.
Oh.
I mean, it's still not words yet.
Yeah. What do you got?
I have.
So any of you feel like you know what's going on?
Meanwhile,
I
Celeste
think
is sitting in a
no,
corner.
that's not how you spell that word. You guys, I have something important to tell you right now.
What?
I have dyslexia, so I shouldn't be doing this. I don't know if that's right.
I understand. We could figure this out.
No
Let's see.
better time.
I'm
sure the
serious.
Everyone roll
That's
insight
real.
while you're all looking at it.
Say? Okay.
Hey. 7.
Oh, that's
3.
3.
18.
18? Okay.
14.
14?
We need more rocks.
I would say that with an 18, looking at this, let's take a look over here.
okay.
So you're kind of looking here. So what do you have solved so far? Yeah, I would say that just looking at this and figuring this out and looking at this particular word here, you're pretty sure that's the.
I was right.
You are correct. I am sorry for doubting you.
You're pretty sure that's the. And as you say it out loud, the corresponding rocks flare with light and then fade. And those words appear on the piece of paper. So grab the corresponding rocks as well.
So that one, T, and then
And this one.
wait, it is this one that looks like right in front of me.
And fill out the rest of those as well, because all the T's
That
and H's
means that
will
we
then
can
appear.
replace every symbol
Yep.
Yeah, so
appears
that's
with
a T.
those letters.
T, yeah.
Meanwhile, Celeste is sitting
then
there,
that
kind of,
T.
what have I
Two.
done? What?
You actually were thinking about your
No,
time back
sorry.
in the Abbey and back when you did all of your studying, and the words and all the scrolls you read is why you were able to, like, that's exactly what I've seen something like that before. That's got to be the. You've seen that word a dozen times, and you feel a little still cold and abandoned, and you're not sure why.
Knock Knock's gonna go over to Sleaze. Hey, you gonna be okay?
I don't know.
What are you feeling right now on the inside? We're
Nothing.
Nothing on the inside?
Nothing.
I got like 20 things going on inside me right now. Got sinus stuff, ear gunk. I got stuff in the back of my mouth right now.
You're a sweet boy.
I got blood and guts on the inside.
We all do. That's kind of how I'm breathing.
Well, maybe if you prayed harder or prayed less, maybe you paid too much attention to your God, taking you for granted. Granted, I used that joke earlier today. Do you remember? Remember with the rock, when the rock guy came? It was pretty funny.
You're a very sweet boy.
Yeah.
Look, not all gods are bad. I've lived my life in service to the great old one. He has blessed me with many things, including fantastic white robes that never get dirty.
Yeah, how come they don't ever get dirty? Don't you ever have like marinara
It's a
stuff?
secret of the great old one that I cannot share with you.
Okay, but you can tell me later, right?
In your dreams, knock knock.
Okay, I go to sleep fast. You don't want to make any like promises that you can't. Just tell me.
Knock Knock's like looking for a pillow and like trying to make a little bed. I'm sleeping. I'm really sleeping right now.
Let me borrow your blanket real quick.
what do you guys think?
Is that H right there? I know. Trying to see. That one down there.
Where is the H?
Yeah. Trying to see what's
As you're sitting there, Celise, and you're just thinking quietly, you're just focusing, and you're feeling sad, like really sad. Like this has not gone well. And normally the strength of your God always carries you. And in that moment, there's just, you kind of look inside yourself, and you just feel a little flame. That little flame that you always focus on when you were praying and concentrating. You just feel the flame kind of open up a bit, and open up a bit and grow larger. And you feel the warmth, and you feel it grow larger. It's still like you reach for it, and it still flickers. It still feels very delicate, but you feel a little bit more centered, and you feel a little bit more yourself. Take advantage on your next roll.
Okay.
So Perrin looks at Celise, and he says, Celise, in moments like this, the great Perrin Underbow has one great phrase for you that you can take with you. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both.
And then you have.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm with you on this one.
Those are the facts of life.
The fact of life?
Yes. You're in the facts of life.
The facts of life.
Yes. Tilly. Oh, sorry. I mean, Celise.
I think we are very close. We're close. Despite the facts of life.
Are you close now, are you? Have you solved the puzzle?
We are very close.
And then you hear like a couple, like some shuffling behind him. So there's clearly other people out in the room now paying attention.
We just need one more letter.
Okay,
So-
Z, it's the last one.
No.
It's always the last one, though.
Not.
You didn't even try it, though. It's the last one.
I don't think that makes much sense.
We need.
What's the word?
I don't think
This-
you make much.
It does look like a Z when you flip it to the side.
That's an M. Or
That's the one that we need to flip.
Which one do you need?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Let's do it.
Get ready, everybody.
All right.
All right, so you all kind of line up. How are you all getting ready?
I'm gonna go up the. There's like the pillar area, right? That just had the stuff.
Yep.
I'm gonna go where the stuff was to see if there's more things.
Well, there is. As I was describing earlier, there's bags of flour, there's rope, there's some buckets of hay, there are torches, there's some oil, there is more buckets of water.
I'm gonna grab some oil and a torch.
Oil and a torch, done. So there's like let's say like there's like a bunch of bottles of oil, like flasks of it, so enough to fill a lantern with each one. Anyone else?
Okay. I'm going to position myself behind where, so if everyone here is lined up on one side, I'm going to position myself directly across from them.
Okay.
That way, if the creature forms and is facing them, I'll be able to see it from the back.
Perfect. Who's turning it over? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I wanted to see if there were, could I roll perception to see if there are any places that someone of my size can kind of hide strategically?
Actually, it's pretty easy because the barrels are tall. So you could just duck behind one of those barrels really
Aren't those
easily.
barrels full of oil?
They're full of hay.
Hay. Oh,
Yes.
okay. Yeah, barrels,
Barrels
of hay.
hay.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Then I'll hide behind the barrels of
All
hay.
right.
Love to submerge you in a barrel of oil.
All right. Then who's turning over the rock?
Oh, I'm up here. Oh no.
I'll do it.
Thanks.
All right. You reach over with your restored faith, well, somewhat restored faith. You grab the rock. It feels cold. Cold like the depths of the ocean as you turn it over, and water explodes around you, and you are instantly suspended in the center of this creature, and you're kind of like, you weren't expecting it, so you're reaching for your throat right away. Act first.
I drop it.
Okay, it clatters to the ground.
I drop it, and can I break out of the creature?
What would you like to do? How are you going to do it?
I'm trying to dive
All right.
forward.
I would like you to roll opposed strength. Can you beat a
No.
11?
No.
Oh, crit fail. So you start thrashing around, and as you thrash around, you gasp for air. So you are now going to be drowning on the next round if you don't get out of here.
Wait, what about my advantage? Can I re-roll?
Thank you. Did someone say that? I heard that.
Yay.
Good call. Roll your advantage. Thank you. Whew. Yeah.
You owe that guy a drink.
You are filled with all the energy of your God. It comes rocketing back to you. It was held back Because he knew in this moment you would need all of it, and you explode with divine energy. So I would like you to roll the damage you would normally roll with your weapon and add Thunderous Smite to it.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to roll again. So that's gonna be a total of 3 d8s. I'm gonna have to roll. He passed me a d8.
Yeah.
I need 2 more.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yes.
Gotcha.
That's a 10.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, here we go.
I don't need 5.
Take them all.
Ooh, boy. 14, 18.
Nice. So there's just this explosion of water, and you all get like splashed in the face, and you're all gonna wipe it off, and you just kind of drop to the ground, and the thing collapses behind you, and it begins to slide off and reform behind you, but you are aglow with energy, and you clearly have dealt quite a wound to this creature. It is shaken.
Can I?
Oh, sorry, please go ahead.
Is there anything like the other creatures where we saw a gem or
Yeah, roll perception.
be good to me, die?
Nice.
That would be 19.
As you were suspended inside of it, just as you brought the focus so you could blast out of it, there's like a little thread of ice that just hangs in the middle of the blob of its head. And that's what you saw. And as you cast this magic, it glowed brightly, so you all saw the thread of ice as well. Knock, knock, you're up.
So Knock Knock sees this awesome way, like all this water just like explode right off of her, and like turns her as this like, Knock Knock,
Who's there?
Needle.
Needle who?
Need a little help? Goes running in and just starts like stabbing puddles, I guess, right?
Right, yeah, as it's starting to reform.
Yeah, the puddles
like,
reform.
It's like the T1, and you just go, roll to hit.
Okay. One's a crit fail.
Yep.
And the other one is a 18.
Okay, so you're just like stabbing puddles, and then one of them goes directly into her boot, like right to the front of the boot, doesn't quite get your toe, like sinks in the middle, like, oh, sorry, right?
Son of a...
But your boot is soaked now because he pierced the leather, so all the water got in. So he has like, yeah, like a soggy foot now.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Annie.
Annie who?
Anybody know how to help her?
The other one, however, what'd you get?
18.
18 hits, so you were able to strike with that one.
Great. So 9.
Okay, 9 points of damage. You can take a big chunk, well, it's water, so
Yeah.
a big splash
Gulp.
out of it. Like,
Big
yeah,
gulp.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you drank some. All right.
We drink it?
Sharif, you can try. Shaka, sorry.
Okay, so knock knock. Very good.
Who's there?
I'm not answering your 9 questions at this point. However, I grow weary of casting True Strike. Thank you for finding the weak point. I want to cast one of my offensive spells, Eldritch Blast, aimed directly for the shiny part of the
Roll to hit.
10.
Use,
10 total?
Use Bardic
All right.
Inspiration, D6.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ooh, 2.
2. You got no bonuses to hit with that?
Oh, plus 6. 8.
Okay, so the total is?
2, 8, 20.
20. 20 is going to hit. Roll damage.
Okay. Damage.
Blast of green energy comes crackling from your fingers.
8.
8 points of damage. So it's going to crackles from your fingers, strikes the thing in the head, and you see like this little bit of ice vibrate, and a little bit of it just kind of break away, but it's still solid. All right, Rin.
All right, so Ren is like seeing all this happen. He's like screaming at Ash, like, make sure you get a bucket of water just in case we need it. And he's like, so he's like getting ready. And can I use Fire Bolt?
Yeah, sure, you can use
Go right
Fire
for it.
Bolt. Roll to hit.
So let's see. 5.
5 to hit? Yeah. Well, I mean, you can use it, but no. It just like you hurl fire at it, it forms a little hole in the middle of it. Fire goes right through it, and then it closes back up. Sadly, no.
Not good.
Yep.
You add your.
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
10, sorry.
10?
Plus 10.
Plus 10.
So I got a 5, and then it's plus 10.
So 15.
Yeah.
You still miss. Good try, though.
Okay.
Red.
So,
Sorry.
Ash.
Ash.
Yeah, so Ash is holding a torch and some oil, and she's like, this is incorrect, and looks and sees the bag of flour, and runs to the bag of flour, slashes the flour open, and I want to throw the flour onto the water.
Roll to hit.
Okay.
It's real easy.
Okay, is it plus my dex, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 9.
Yeah, that's enough. So you were able to make this huge cloud of flour,
Yeah.
and the flour instantly sinks into the thing, and it starts to get like thicker, and it slows down a bit, and like as your weapons are going to pass through it now, they're going to get a lot more purchase. So you feel like you can like really do some damage to this thing now.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So I decide that I'm going to cast Shatter.
So Perrin's going to cast Shatter?
Perrin's
Okay.
going to cast Shatter. Perrin looks at the creature and says, as someone who's traveled all around and has met lots of people, I'm brilliant at breaking the ice. So,
all right, so he has to roll a save, correct?
Right, yeah.
But he's going to roll a
Con is 13.
And he's going to roll that at disadvantage because he's all sluggish now. Failed. Roll damage.
So it's 12, 13.
13 points of damage. All right, so you see the whole thing just kind of like this explosion of force, and the whole thing kind of wobbles, and water's shot out of it, and like shoot like big globs of just like flour water land on the floor. It's a good half the size it was before, and it's barely holding itself together.
That was fun though to play with. Play
Celie sends a silent prayer to quiet her companions.
I'd normally give advantage for every pun, but I feel like you'd be rolling with advantage every round now.
Aiming for that ice.
Excellent.
That is going to be a 19 total.
19 is going to hit, so roll to hit. Sorry, roll damage.
My damage is a D8, so 8.
Plus your 8. Okay, that's enough. You clearly, as this thing is like forming, and you can see the flower begin moving into its face. The ice is kind of brought to the forehead, and you just cut clean through the head, in half, shatter the ice, and the whole thing just collapses in this like puff of flour.
That was disgusting.
Yeah,
That was awesome. That was so
You're not the one
cool.
with a soggy boot.
So you've turned that rock over, and what do you have?
Which one?
Yeah.
We have a G.
Okay.
All right.
Can you solve the puzzle?
Yes. We're gonna flip one rock, and then we're just gonna yell the word.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Go quick.
I'm just gonna do it.
Go quick. You grab the rock.
All right.
It is really, there's a burst of air. A creature is forming around you. You hear thunder and lightning everywhere.
The Stone of Glore has 3 eyes.
There's explosion. Everything goes dark. And the lights come back up, and there's nothing there. The piece of paper is gone. The rocks are gone. The doors are open, and the wizard is standing in the center. He's surrounded on other sides by others. Clearly wasn't the apprentice he made himself out to be. Well done, child. And others. Well done. You have your answer, and we have our gold. I believe the terms of our agreement are done.
Huzzah.
Can you tell?
Man.
Wow.
Can you tell us more about this stone?
No. I have told you all you are going to know. You came here for the information. You've got the information.
You have seen how resourceful we are. Don't you imagine that we could help you with this stone?
Let me tell you what you can help me with. Leaving. What you've given me is an answer. I didn't want to throw my own wizards at this, of course. They are much more valuable. What you've done has been bodies, warm bodies, who managed to live. Bravo. Now get out of my tower.
Okay.
Knock, knock.
Who is there?
Canoe.
Canoe who?
Can you not be so sarcastic when you're talking to us like this?
This is not my sarcasm. This is simply how I talk to those who do not deserve my respect. The door is open, gentlemen and ladies. Have a good day.
All right.
And he turns and just
Bye.
walks away.
That dude kept hay in barrels. We don't need him.
Yeah, what kind of dude does that?
Weirdo.
Yeah.
All right.
Get out of here.
And that has been Rivals of Waterdeep. Thank you all so very much. Good job, guys. Good job.
Awesome.
Xanathar is an iconic facet of